welcome to this special edition of Countdown to Kickoff, a National Signing Day recap. I'm Hannah Chalker. According to ESPN, 3 of the top 5 recruiting classes have landed in the SEC. It sounds like ingredients for another successful season. Let's take a look at some of the conference's newest players. Coming in at number 1 on ESPN's top 25 list is the defending national champion Alabama Crimson Tide with 10 ESPNU 150 recruits. And at the top of that list for Alabama is defensive back Landon Collins. The 5-star recruit from Geisman, Louisiana is a tough player with a nose for the ball. Collins played defensive back most of his high school career, which should help him transition well into a safety at the next level. And it's no secret that a top recruiting class translates to championships on the field. Florida head coach Will Muschamp is also bringing in the cream of the crop. The Gators have the 4th-ranked recruiting class in the nation, according to ESPN. And among those players joining Coach Muschamp and his team is Jonathan Bullard from Shelby, North Carolina. Look for the 5-star defensive end to add depth to an already loaded D-line next season. Georgia is trying to keep ground with Florida in recruiting, and it's all about the number 5 for the Bulldogs. They have the 5th-ranked recruiting class in the nation, according to ESPN. And the Dogs signed 5-star running back and 5th player on the ESPNU 150 list, Keith Marshall of Raleigh, North Carolina. He'll be joining Isaiah Crowell next year in the Bulldog backfield. Marshall finished high school early and is already on campus in Athens, working to get an early start on his freshman year. Look for him to be an impact player as early as next year. Every good quarterback needs a playmaking receiver, and South Carolina knows plenty about that. With the loss of playmaker Alshon Jeffrey, head coach Steve Spurrier looks to fill the void with a big 4-star recruit in Shaq Roland from Lexington, South Carolina. In high school, this Gamecock signee did everything but run the chain crew and sell programs. He'll be playing wide receiver for Carolina, and you can be sure the old ball coach will be drawing up ways to get him the ball. Roland was this year's South Carolina's Mr. Football, and Spurrier continues to clean up on in-state talent. James Franklin continues to build momentum in Nashville, this time on the recruiting trail. Vanderbilt ranks 25th in the nation, according to ESPN. And the Doors 2012 class is led by ESPNU 150 member in Brian Kimbrough from Memphis, Tennessee. The 5'7", 165-pound 4-star recruit may be small, but he's electrifying at the running back position with excellent speed and quickness. Look for him to shake things up on the Commodore offense next season. Auburn head coach Gene Chizik will be looking for more than a rebuilding year in 2012. And Ricardo Lewis from Miami Beach, Florida is just the type of player he needs. The 4-star recruit is highly versatile and will likely be a weapon on the Tiger offense. Dan Mullen is getting a boost on the defensive line. Quay Evans, a D tackle from Morton, Mississippi, is signed, sealed, and delivered for the Bulldogs. Kentucky may have found their future signal caller. Quarterback Patrick Towles will be looking to make an early impact for the Cats in Lexington. A couple of SEC teams boosted their recruiting classes on Letter of Intent Day, with guys announcing on national television where they'd be playing college football. Let's take a look. Newcomer Missouri got some big news when the number 1 wide receiver in the country, Dorial Green Beckham from Springfield, Missouri, signed with the Tigers. And new Ole Miss head coach Hugh Freeze is going to get some immediate help on defense as the number 10 safety Trey Elston from Oxford, Alabama was a big addition for the Rebels. Who else do you have to look out for on the gridiron next season? Don't overlook Tennessee. Head coach Derek Dooley has another highly touted recruiting class and a top commitment in Dre Bowles from Jackson, Tennessee. The number 3 wide receiver Thomas Johnson from Dallas, Texas, signed with Texas A&M. The Aggies will be joining the league in 2012, and they're bringing a lot of young talent with them. The Razorbacks continue to stockpile playmakers. Jonathan Williams from Allen, Texas, is a high-profile running back that signed with the Hogs. And we didn't forget about LSU. Les Miles brings in another top flight class. It all starts in the trenches for the Tigers. The number 3 linebacker in the nation, Quan Alexander from Oxford, Alabama, is looking to bring the heat on opposing quarterbacks in Death Valley. It was another banner recruiting year for the SEC. And like always, the conference signed the nation's top high school players. Get ready for this freshman class to make their mark as early as next season. Thanks for watching this special edition of Countdown to Kickoff National Signing Day. I'm Hannah Chalker.